Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it live with Ant-Man only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD living water is for the living. Get yours today.
Oh, what a double play! Let's see it. That'll be the day. Kings and world leaders. I'm gonna sing it. Cause I get things cooking. You stare, you how long you drama?
Don't you dare change that station. You're listening to Columbus's newest radio program.
Sweet mother of God, what is the holdup?
This is the Sunday Morning Meltdown with your hosts, Anthony Ant-Man Schaefer, Josh, and the intern Siobhan, exclusively on musicfamiliaproductions.com.
Good morning, good morning. What's going on, Siobhan?
Not much, apparently. I have not had enough caffeine. I guess it would help if my mic were actually, where I can use it, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hey, Music
sorry,
Familia,
long
you're
night.
Yeah, seems to be a long night. So, we're back here again for Sunday Morning Meltdown, and it's pretty crazy. So, what's been going on with you, Siobhan? We have had a lot to discuss and talk about this week. What are you into?
I'm into smashing my computer like Office Space style right now because it is not cooperating at all. Anybody ever have one of those days where technology is just like your mortal enemy and you just want to take a sledgehammer to all of it, or a shotgun, or an AK-47? Yeah, that's today.
An AK-15? I don't know. Trying to stay relevant and stay busy and do all the things that we're trying to do here at once is just insane. And, Sunday mornings are becoming ever more busy.
It's true.
And, yeah.
And not just because of the show, personal stuff too, because, like the baby, I have to bring her with me to the studio.
The baby.
And
the baby.
The baby is awake, and she is making her presence known on the monitor. So
I'm getting naked on camera. Not everybody can see me, but I'm getting naked on camera.
I might have to step away for a minute to go take care of her, but yeah, craziness.
Oh, man. Good morning, Danielle Best, by the way. She is
Hello, dear.
Hanging out with us this morning. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. So, it's Sunday, waking up. Good morning, everybody. Oh, so what's been going on, everybody? Everybody having a good week, man? I know with the rain and with the snow and with the I don't even know what
Ohio.
I don't even know what it is anymore. Like I try to keep track of it, but it's so damn hard. So good morning, Sweet Bubbles, hanging out with us on Instagram, and Danielle Best hanging out with us. Rocky XTV, Outlaw Nation, AP, man, just a couple of sponsors that we have, and fetishcartel.net, man, good stuff. Make sure you go over there.
Yeah.
Make sure you go over there and check that place out, man.
Still waiting on our box.
Fetishcartel.net. Couple weeks out, actually. Should be here in a couple weeks.
Sweet.
So we'll be opening up boxes of adultery, adult type things on the website. So it'll be fun to have everybody tune in on a Sunday morning, and then all of a sudden we're opening up boxes of toys. They're gonna be like, wait a minute. What's going on, Sean? How's it going, man? Welcome to the show. So, Siobhan, we got douchebag criminals today. We got some love news.
Yes.
And
of course, horoscopes.
I was going to say horoscopes. And so we got a couple of interesting news topics to talk about today. And, first and foremost, I need to get it out there. My man Larry Trimmer reached out to me from Lynette's Country Barbecue, and they are reaching out to us out of interest to see if we can get some attention to what they got going on. They need some assistance from us, so hopefully we will be able to accommodate them. And so Sean says, good morning, everybody, watching from sunny Florida. Jealous. Keep your ass in Florida. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, man. Just kidding. So we got a bunch of fun stuff today, man. We're going to talk about that. And turns out after 11 years together, Carrie Underwood and her husband are going to be, I won't say separating, but they're going to be talking about some huge life changes coming up. You know,
Sometimes you need a little time apart.
you know, I mean,
I mean, they've been together for what, like 5 years or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
Somewhere around
over
there.
11 years or so.
Oh, okay. I was way short.
Yeah.
So yeah, point taken. Sometimes you need a little break.
So ABC News actually put this GIF out the other day, and I'm going to show you, Siobhan. I'm going to try to show everybody else. See what they're doing? They're dumping fish food into the
Is it fish food?
into the lake, right? Via dump truck.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to get this right here. So this right
What
here.
the fuck? I
So-
agree with that first comment. All I see is them polluting the water.
All I see is them polluting the water. That's right. That's right, folks. So you basically see this, and I'll replay it for you. Here we go.
So why did they think it was a good idea to dump a truck ton of fish food into the river?
So they go ahead and they dump the fish food into the river, and all I can think of is how much polluting that's actually doing.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Like,
Yeah.
how much of that? But they were smart. They roped off the one side. I thought that was quite interesting. So, yeah,
I mean, but it's still dumping shit into the water.
it is.
Like, I don't care what it is you're dumping. You think the fish don't have plenty of food? You think they haven't found ways to
Siobhan.
eat? Like, for years and years before we were feeding them fish food, they were eating plenty of shit from the ocean floor. They don't need your help.
Danielle Best says, she goes, I feel it. I've been married 13 years.
See? I think, like, every 5 years in your marriage, you should get, like, one day where you don't have to talk to your spouse at all or deal with your kids at all if you have kids, and you can just go and do whatever you want and act like you're
Yeah.
single, short of course, like, you know, any kind of relations with someone else. But
Newsflash. It's called Mother's Day.
yeah, not hardly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't say it's Father's Day either, because we all know that ain't true.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Once you're a parent, you're stuck. There is no in between.
Yeah. So, did you guys see Emma Chambers, Notting Hill actress? She died at 53. British actress Emma Chambers, who starred alongside Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts in the 1999 movie Notting Hill, has died, according to her agent. She was 53. Over the years, Emma created a wealth of characters and an immense body of work. She brought laughter and joy to many and will be greatly missed. Her agent, John Grant, said in a statement that the actress died of natural causes on Wednesday. She's survived by her husband, fellow actor Ian Dunn. In Notting Hill, Chambers played the youngest sister of Hugh Grant's character. Following the news of Chambers' passing, the actor said on Twitter that she was a, quote, hilarious and very warm person, and of course a brilliant actress. Chambers is well known in England for her long-standing role as Alice Tinker in the BBC's popular sitcom The Vicar of Dibley. The series ran for more than a decade. So, I think American sitcoms could take a page out of the British sitcoms book, because all the shows
I mean, we steal their shows all the time anyway.
we do, well, we air them. We don't steal them. We
No,
air them.
we take them and we revamp them to be what we want them to be, and so yes, we steal them.
I don't know. BBC Network's pretty good about not letting stuff out.
Well, no, I mean, like, Doctor Who was originally on the BBC.
Still is.
I mean, I can't. Well, yeah, but we adapted it to
We
be
tried.
Americanized. Like, there are so many shows like that, and I can't think of a bunch of them off the top of my head right now. But yeah, I mean, and actually, like, the whole like superhero thing with kids with special powers, BBC did that first too. There was a show that they put out. It was like a 13-part series, and I spent a whole night watching it because it was fucking phenomenal. But yeah, like I mean, and they did it better.
Right.
I'll have to look it up. I still have the files on my hard drive somewhere. I'll look it up and get the name for anybody who's interested. It's pretty badass, and it's more intense than ours for sure.
Emma Frood, a scriptwriter for the series and the film Notting Hill, said Chambers was a great comedy performer and a true fine actress. Wow. Yeah. So, this goes with the whole thing of, the actors and actresses going way too soon.
It's true.
The beloved Bollywood actress Sridevi died at 54. So what do you think about the whole gun control thing going on right now? The huge debate.
Get me started.
Well, no, I mean.
Okay, so guns don't kill people. People kill people. First and foremost, let's just make that clear. Guns do not kill people. People kill people.
Right.
And yes, I agree that you should be 21 to purchase a gun, period. I think the NRA is full of shit, and I always have. I can appreciate some of the things they do, but I pretty much think they're a bunch of white men with, this power complex, pretty much.
Well.
Yeah, I don't really agree with them. And I think it's hilarious that so many of their backers are no longer backing them because of this, too. Just have to throw that out there. And mind you, for anyone who thinks I'm just bashing the NRA, I own guns. I love my guns. I want many more guns. But I don't agree with the NRA. So
all right. Well, the reason why I ask you what your take is because a Parkland survivor told Melania Trump,
oh boy,
to her face, to combat cyberbullying, start with Trump Jr.
Oh.
And not only did he do that,
how about
but
start with your husband?
The Parkland school shooting survivor is calling for Melania Trump to fulfill her pledge to combat cyberbullying, starting with her own family.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, he started with a tweet. Hey, @Flotus, you say your mission as First Lady is to stop cyberbullying. 14-year-old Lauren Hogg tweeted Friday. Well, then, don't you think it would have been smart to have a convo with your stepson? And he used a tag, too, @Trump J. Trump Jr., Donald J. Trump Jr., before he liked a post about a false conspiracy theory, which in turn put a target on my back. President Donald Trump's eldest son liked a tweet promoting a false conspiracy theory that claimed that Lauren Hogg's older brother, David, had been coached by his father and a former FBI agent to speak out against President Donald Trump. The fact is that Donald Trump Jr. liked that post, and it's disgusting to me, David Hogg said on Anderson Cooper 360 Wednesday. In her tweets, Lauren Hogg said that Trump Jr.'s seemingly tactic endorsement of the conspiracy theory had created a safe space for people all over the world to call me and my family horrific things that constantly re-victimize us and our community. A teenager's mother, Rebecca Boldwick, told the Washington Post that her family has received death threats online due to the conspiracy theories, even though I thought it couldn't get worse. It's become a lot worse for my family, Lauren Hogg said to the First Lady. Melania Trump has said that she wants to use her platform to tackle issues facing children, including bullying. She has addressed the issue on several occasions, and we must teach each child the values of empathy, communication, a core of mindfulness, integrity, and leadership, which can only be taught by example, the First Lady said at a United Nations luncheon in September. She made a surprise trip to Michigan in October to discuss the problem with middle schoolers there. But many have pointed out that the whole irony of the First Lady's promoting anti-bullying, given her husband's combative and sometimes belittling rhetoric on social media. However, asked by CNN in October if the First Lady feels the need to reconcile that irony with what she's trying to accomplish, Melania Trump's communications director, Stephanie Grissom, said flatly, no. So I don't really know, between his comments about his toupee and how good his hair looks and how beautiful he looks in his last conference, I didn't hear anything stating that he even remotely gave a shit.
Well, I mean, that's typically the case in which, he doesn't seem to. I mean,
A lot of voters are surprisingly just kind of awestruck. They're like, oh, this is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then...
Yeah.
We're not even a year into it yet.
Well, I mean, this is what happens when you elect someone who really has no business being elected to presidential office, let alone any kind of, office whatsoever that is it within government, because he has no fucking clue. Just because he has, a huge company, and it doesn't make him worthy of that type of position. It doesn't give him the knowledge that's needed to run our country, and just because you like him doesn't mean he's going to be a good president.
Right.
Nobody liked Hillary, and I'm probably going to get shit for this. Nobody liked Hillary, but she'd have been a damn much better president than he is. Let's just be real. At least she has background in politics.
This is true.
So, she wouldn't be looking at everybody in the room going, I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do. I don't know. Which way do you go, George?
I don't know.
I mean, fucking lumpy bag of old oranges, so. I'm stealing that quote from someone else. So I don't remember who exactly, but a comedian referred to him as a bag of lumpy, moldy oranges. So
this got my attention this morning. Jeff Gordon hints at possible return to NASCAR as a driver. It turns out that Jeff Gordon retired from NASCAR racing after 23 seasons back in 2015, and he turned to metaphorical keys to his number 24 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet over the 2016 Rookie of the Year Chase Elliott. However, this season, rookie William Byron is in the 24 car, while Elliott is in the number 9. And Gordon briefly returned to the track for 8 races in 2016 as a substitute driver for the number 88 car when Dale Jr. was sidelined with a concussion. Beyond that, it would have been fair to assume that the 46-year-old driver turned broadcaster for Fox Sports would retreat to being happily retired. But during an online Q&A on Saturday, Gordon hinted he might come back when a fan asked if Gordon would ever consider coming back. Now, I don't know. Some people might kind of have something to say about that because a lot of people are of the opinion if you're going to retire, then retire.
It's not like wrestling where you get to come back every once in a while. When you're in NASCAR, you're retired. Just like the NFL, you retire. Like, these are real sports.
But NASCAR, unlike wrestling, the wrestlers run out of money.
And then they come back.
They're broke down and they're busted up and they come back. I don't think that this is that case. I think this might be an opportunity for Jeff to come back and be like, ha-ha, look, I'm almost 60, bitches.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is that whole I can still do it.
Give me the keys to that car, bitch.
It is Jeff Gordon, so that whole I can still do it mentality is probably a big part of it.
I think what it comes down to, like, he watches all these young guys race the cars like shit. And he's like, oh, I could do better than that. He's like sitting in his car. He's sitting in the announcer's booth making an announcement of how low-ranking his car that he used to drive is in. It's in like 20.
And I'm sure that's hard.
It's gotta be.
I mean, knowing that you had such a good run and watching your predecessor screw it up.
Yeah.
Basically, comparatively to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, I do. But again, like I said, I mean, the whole point of being retired is that you're retired, that you're no longer doing what you used to do. And if you weren't ready to retire, then you probably shouldn't have retired.
Well, he comments, he compliments the fan for asking the question. And then when he's confronted with it, he said he would would ever consider racing part-time in one of the lower-tier NASCAR series, like the Camping World Truck Series or the Xfinity Series. Jordan said,
Just not the Sprint Cup again.
right. I always thought about maybe looking at an opportunity to drive a truck at Martinsville or a track like that. I like the short tracks, but to do it on a part-time basis at a mile and a half or a super speedway like Daytona and Talladega, no. I'm happy to be up in the booth and out of the car right now. And I'm enjoying myself and the time with my family. I'll let you know if that opportunity comes up at Martinsville, though. So, Martinsville said, "Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. We have a car for you anytime you're ready." And another tweet from Martinsville Speedway. In case you are young or a new fan, Jeff Gordon Webb was pretty good here in a Cup car. That's why we're giddy via racing reference, and they referenced the whole comment and everything that he threw out there. The video, however, has come down, and so Dale Earnhardt Jr. says that speed skating is like NASCAR on ice, which is,
I mean, yeah.
It's a good. I think
that's a good analogy,
right.
Actually.
I'm curious what everybody thinks about the Olympics. A lot of people, a lot of sports people have been weighing in on their take on the Olympics. I know that me and you, one night of the Olympics, while we were having a few drinks, we caught the men's speed skating.
Yeah, those guys haul ass.
That's sick.
Much props. So really truly. Serious props to those guys, because I can't even imagine the physical conditioning it takes to do something like that.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I don't think I'd ever see myself strapping on some skates. I know I'm pretty sexy, but I don't imagine putting myself in some skates and some tights and running out there and trying to.
Well, speaking of sports and some amazing things, so a transgender boy wins the girls' state wrestling title for a second time.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy around that.
Yeah.
Lots of parents are pissed.
Yeah, so it was in Cypress, Texas. For the second year in a row, a transgender wrestler has won the Texas girls Class 6A 110-pound division. Mac Beggs, an 18-year-old senior from Ulysses Trinity High School near Dallas, entered the tournament in Cypress outside of Houston with an undefeated record. He beat Chelsea Sanchez, who he beat for the title in 2017, in the final match Saturday. Videos posted online showed a mix of cheers and boos from the crowd following Beggs' win. Beggs is in the process of transitioning from female to male and taking a low dose of testosterone. It was his steroid therapy treatments while wrestling girls that stirred a fierce debate about competitive fairness and transgender rights last season. It has been a lot quieter since last year, when his march to a state championship was dodged by a last-minute lawsuit that tried to stop him. Beggs had asked to wrestle in the boys division, but the rules for Texas Public High School requires athletes to compete under the gender on their birth certificate.
Right.
So he entered the state tournament with a 32-0 record, beating 3 female wrestlers on his way to the championship. He has so much respect for all the girls he wrestles, said Beggs' mother, Angela McNew. People think Mac has been beating up on girls. The girls he wrestles with, they are tough. It has more to do with skill and discipline than strength. McNew would not make Beggs available for interviews ahead of the state meet. The solitude allowed him to concentrate on the task ahead and perhaps shield him from the attacks on social media and occasional insults from the stands or even other wrestling mats during the meets. And excuse me. Beggs' road to the championship last season included 2 forfeits in the regional tournament by wrestlers who feared injury. Beggs faced only 1 forfeit this season. The opposing coach and teammates had insisted the girl wrestle Beggs, but she refused, McNew said. Beggs' family has repeatedly said he wants to wrestle boys. The birth certificate rule was approved in 2016 by the University Interscholastic League, the governing body for Texas high school sports. It was done to help schools determine competition, said Jamie Harrison, the UIL's deputy director. So there is actually a video with this story from someone who was at the meet, and it says, "Watch in a dramatic finish, transgender wrestler Megs Beggs rolls out of a possible pinfall to avoid defeat and win state. Met with boos from the crowd." So there's that video that'll be up there on my Facebook, Siobhan MFP on Facebook.
Siobhan, are you a fan of Family Feud anymore?
Yeah, somewhat. I don't know. Like, I watched the original
Yeah.
Family Feud when I was a kid, and now I'm dating myself.
Yeah. So, the Family Feud, they do the tapings on Saturdays.
I like him, though, you know.
They do the tapings on Saturdays for Family Feud, and they were planning for the Hiltons versus the Kardashians on Family Feud.
Oh, that would have been entertaining.
Now, here's the thing. The Kardashians played against each other on Family Feud, but TMZ has learned that it wasn't supposed to be that way. In fact, it was scheduled to be a showdown between the Kardashians and the Hiltons. Sources connected to the production tell us that they were in a mad scramble when they were contacted 4 days before Saturday's taping and informed that the Hiltons were not going to be on the show. And a source that's close to Paris and Kathy say that Paris and Kathy were on board. That's Kathy's mother. Were on board, but patriarch Rick Hilton was having none of it. We're told that Rick, who runs a monster real estate company, Hilton and Highland, felt that it wasn't right for him to appear because he's not in entertainment, and it looked thirsty. We're told that Nikki thought it was nuts for the family to appear, so she was out, and Barron and his fiance ultimately decided not to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're too good for Family Feud. So
clearly
we're not gonna do that anymore. We're too good for Family Feud.
Wow.
Yeah. Now let's see here. Harlem Globetrotters. Have you been to a Harlem Globetrotters show?
You know, I haven't. It's one thing that I would really love to do. Like, it's on my bucket list. For sure. I definitely something I want to do. There's just something, I don't know. When I was a kid, they were a big deal, you know. They seem to not be as much now, which is really depressing to me,
because
actually.
there's kids on the basketball courts that can do their tricks.
Well, yeah,
probably.
There's that.
You know?
But,
so
yeah.
The Harlem Globetrotters, they did it again. They alley-oop from a fan with Down syndrome. And this is something that, you know, they integrate into the shows. It's different every time. So every engagement that they have with a new fan or a new town, they do something different. They never do the same thing twice. So the Harlem Globetrotters have recruited a new superstar, Hooper, to their roster, and she's still in high school. Globey star Zeus McLaren surprised Kate Spadero, a senior basketball player with Down syndrome, at Camden Catholic High School in New Jersey on Thursday, calling for her assistance on some awesome highlight plays. FYI, Kate is already used to scoring buckets. She scored 2 points in her varsity debut last week. But the fun doesn't stop there. She got hooked up with a custom jersey and some tickets to the Globetrotters show in March, and learned some of the Globetrotters' signature trick moves. You gotta check out the video, though, because I'm telling you, man, Kate loved every second of it, Siobhan, and even busted out a nice whip and nay-nay dance at the end of it. So it was real cute. I saw the story. I know how inspired you are with kids and being, you know, involved with kids and stuff like that. So I wanted to share that story with you. So.
No, that's I think that's awesome. I love what they do, and not only for the community, just like for kids like that need that self-esteem boost, and the way that they do that, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, so I went ahead and I posted that story up on Sunday Morning Meltdown. You guys can check it out, facebook.com/Sunday Morning Meltdown. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who's hanging out with us in the Instagram. Good morning, everybody. And everybody hanging out with us on our website. You guys can go to musicfamiliaproductions.com, hang out with us right from the website, be part of the action. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us, man. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Photo Nation AP, Rocky X TV. Find them on YouTube at Rocky X TV. youtube.com/RockyXTV, and fetishcartel.net. You guys can check them out. For all you crazy people out there, you guys want something fun and interesting, go over to fetishcartel.net and check them out. I'm sure you guys will find something you like over there. So are you having some trouble, Siobhan?
Yeah, because I got tagged in something by my mom, and I wanted to share it with everybody. But the way that Facebook works, when you open up a tag, it goes to that page that it came from and not the actual tag. So I was having trouble actually finding it to be able to pull it up for everybody. So I have peanut allergies,
right.
And it's pretty severe. I have an EpiPen. It's no joke. I thought it was, and then I very quickly found out it wasn't. Yeah. When your doctor tells you you're allergic, just believe them. Trust me from experience. So there is a new study that is supposed to be a preventative treatment for peanut allergies, and according to the study, there's some success with it. So the first treatment to help prevent serious allergic reactions to peanuts may be on the way. A company said Tuesday that its daily capsules of peanut powder help children build tolerance in major studies. Excuse me. Millions of children are allergic to peanuts, and some may have life-threatening reactions if accidentally exposed to them. Doctors have been testing daily doses of peanut contained in a capsule and sprinkled over food as a way to prevent that by gradually getting them used to very small amounts. California-based Amina Therapeutics said 67% of kids who had its experimental treatment were able to tolerate the equivalent of roughly 2 peanuts at the end of the study, compared to only 4% of others given a dummy powder. But a big warning, don't try this at home, obviously. It's potentially dangerous, said Dr. Stacy Jones, a University of Arkansas allergy specialist. This is investigational. It has to be done in a very safe setting to make sure kids can be treated fast for any bad reactions that occur, she said. Jones helped lead the study, consults for the company, and will give the results at an allergy conference next month. The results have not yet been reviewed by independent experts. The study involved nearly 500 kids, ages 4 to 17, with allergies so severe that they had reactions to as little as 1/10 of a peanut. They were given either capsules of peanut or dummy powder and gradually increasing amounts for 6 months, then continued on that final level for another 6 months. Neither the participants nor the doctors knew who was getting what until the study ended. About 20% of the kids getting the peanut powder dropped out of the study, 12% due to reactions or other problems. The product showed overall good safety, Jones said. It's exciting, said Dr. Stacy Doris of Vanderbilt University, who had no role in the study. This is a way to potentially protect people who are allergic from having a severe or even fatal reaction. It's not a cure. We don't know what would happen if they stop or discontinue treatments, she said. Doris said she would consider trying it for her 8-year-old daughter who has a peanut allergy, but said that the study's dropout rate shows that this is not for everybody. Some people are going to have many side effects, and for them to be able to take this daily dose. Dr. Andrew Bird, an allergy specialist at UT Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas, also consults for the company and had patients in the study. The treatment doesn't allow kids to eat peanuts as if they had no allergy, but research suggests that being able to tolerate at least 1 peanut reduces the risk of reaction by 95%, he said. That would be a relief to Kathy Hild, a Dallas mother whose 10-year-old son, Charlie, was in the study. We had to teach him that he had to ask about everything he eats from an early age. He described it as living in a cage, watching other people get to eat what they want. And I can say, as someone who has the same allergy, that is so true.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, if I had it since I was a kid, I think I don't know. Like, I ate peanuts when I was a kid, but then I found out earlier or later in life that I had the allergy, which was almost harder, honestly. But Charlie was assigned to the group and given fake peanut powder, but has been able to get the real thing since the study ended.
Man, I just don't know. I saw the story.
Well,
And I saw everybody like running to it.
So they plan to seek a U.S. Food and Drug Administration approval for the treatment later this year and in Europe early next year. The company's chief executive said that he expects the first 6 months of treatment to cost $5,000 to $10,000 and $300 to $400 a month after that,
Wow.
which is not.
Good luck getting your insurance to cover that shit.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah. The thinking about peanut allergies has changed in recent years, and experts now think early exposure helps prevent them from forming. Last year, the National Institutes of Health issued new advice saying most babies should get peanut-containing foods starting around 6 months in age-appropriate forms like watered-down peanut butter or peanut puffs, not whole peanuts because, of course, they're a choking hazard.
I would hope so.
So, yeah. But yeah, so it's
You might be able to have peanuts someday.
it's a step toward progress
Yeah.
for those of us who suffer with a peanut allergy. And that's, I mean, honestly, because until you have an allergy like that, you don't realize how many foods are affected by it. Like, I live every day on the edge of possibly needing to use an EpiPen because I refuse to limit myself so much that I'm eating like 4 things.
I mean, yeah, really, honestly, to
if
have an allergy, to have any type of food allergy, you really are limiting
Yeah.
yourself.
or you're
insurmountably.
living every day on the edge like
Right.
I do.
Right.
With EpiPen in hand.
Right, yeah, right.
basically.
Not an EpiPen nearly next to you every time.
When I found out I had my peanut allergy, I literally, I stopped eating half of what I ate, and finally I got to the point where I was like, okay, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, I miss this stuff, and I want to eat it, and I have an EpiPen. Fuck it. Because I'm not so severe. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. I don't, go into anaphylactic shock in 2 seconds, so...
So did you get a chance to catch the fight last night, Siobhan?
I did. There is what? Do you let the cats in
No,
here
I
when
don't.
I'm not here?
No, I don't.
There's
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Just to fuck with me, so there's fur all over my mic. I don't know.
Yeah, so I can call you a puss face. Yeah, hashtag puss face.
Right.
There we go.
There's
Yeah.
fur all over my mic all the time.
So Daniel Cormier and Dominic Cruz got into a huge debate last night at the tail end over the controversial strikes at UFC on Fox 28. Now
it's a big deal.
A big deal. I thought they were going to go to blows.
I kind of thought so. I thought the announcers were.
That's what I'm talking about. They cut to a commercial just to avoid everybody seeing how bad it got.
I believe it.
At the end of the fight between
forth.
Jeremy Stevens and Josh Emmett, it didn't happen without some controversy over some strikes that were landed just before the knockout blow. Stevens cracked Emmett with a left hook that dropped him to the mat, and just as he followed up the look with the finish, the veteran UFC knockout artist landed a pair of elbows and one big knee strike before another uppercut ultimately led to the knockout. After the event was finished, UFC color commentator and light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier, he got into a spirited debate with former bantamweight king champion Dominic Cruz over whether or not the shots Stevens landed were illegal or not. Of course, it has been noted that Cruz is a teammate. All right. But when asked about it, Cruz was like, "Oh well, I don't know. They kind of look illegal. I don't know. But fighting's fighting. You can't really get into that. And Cruz backs up towards halfway through all of it and stops and goes, well, if it was illegal, they'll look at it. They'll review it. They'll look at it." And, of course, it was noted that, Cruz being a teammate of Stevens at Alliance MMA in San Diego, he was definitely willing to defend his point when sparring with Cormier during the post-fight broadcast. But after the event was finished, UFC the UFC is looking at it. Now, here's another thing. They're not allowed to do replays in UFC anymore.
Right.
So, is this one of those situations where next year you're going to see a bunch of changes because they're going to want to do the
very
replay?
possibly, but I don't know. So this is my thing with it. Like, the ref didn't call it.
No. He didn't. He was right there.
The knee to the head clearly did not connect, and you have to consider, I know that, you know, they're still not supposed to do it, but as a fighter, you have to consider that fighter mentality when you know you're going in for that kill, if you will, and you're gonna take, like, you kind of go full furry, like Fist of Fury shit, and, you know, he did, and that it's the ref's job at that point to step in and pull him off, like he did at the end where he shoved him across the cage.
Literally shoved him across the cage.
I mean, like, that's the ref's job. So it's not the fighter's job to go, oh, wait, let me not hit you so hard, or let me not kick you in that. Like, that's not their job. That's the ref's job. So if the ref didn't catch it, that's on the ref, not the fighter.
Yep. So, USA's new true crime stories, Siobhan. You know, Tupac and Biggie.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing
I'm
USA picked it up.
I have, like, mixed feelings about it.
And we're going to talk a little bit about that when we come back from the break. We're going to pay some bills, though, and handle a couple things here. And when we come back, we're going to talk about this. We got douchebag criminals, we got horoscopes, and love news, and undercover high news as well this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we caught that episode. I don't know if you guys have caught it. We're going to talk about that. So let's get into it here. Pay a couple bills. And we'll be right back after this, guys. You're listening to Sunday Morning Meltdown with Ant-Man and Siobhan. We'll be right back after this.
For the finest in Asian cooked cuisine food, visit the Rice Kitchen Asian Cuisine. Conveniently located in Columbus at 3976 Alum Creek Drive, they offer the finest in dining in a friendly and cozy environment. Every dish includes the freshest and finest picked ingredients cooked to your liking while providing the healthiest, most nutritious foods. The staff at Rice Kitchen takes pride in knowing every patron is satisfied and comfortable. Open 11 to 10 Monday through Thursday, 11 to 11 Friday and Saturday, and 3:30 to 9 on Sunday. Visit them at 3976 Alum Creek Drive or give them a call at 614-491-8252.
If parts are missing from your lawn care items or your parts need replaced, Rotary Corp is the world's largest supplier of outdoor equipment and parts. With qualified dealers in the area, they can provide the parts you need to help keep your lawn beautiful. You can find Rotary by visiting their Not Just Grass dealer at 2034 Williams Road, by calling 614-497-1756, or their online catalogs at shop.rotary.com. Rotary Corp, the world's largest supplier of outdoor equipment and parts.
Have you been seeking furniture to replace your old one? Well, look no further. Payless Furniture and Mattress carries all Ashley furniture at the lowest prices in town. Sofas and love seats starting at $5.99. 4-piece bedroom suite starting at $3.99, which includes headboard, rail, dresser, and mirror. Queen mattress and box starting at $189 with 5-year warranty. No credit check. However, bring in 30-day printout of bank statement. Must be a recent pay stub. A voided check. If you don't have a voided check, bank verification forms will do. 90 days same as cash, as well as layaway and finance. Payless Furniture and Mattress is located at 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Again, 5139 East Main Street, Columbus, Ohio 43213. Or you can call them at 614-866-9755. Again, that number is 614-866-9755. So get in your vehicles and come see us at Payless Furniture and Mattress. Store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 7:30. Sundays, 12 to 5.
From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady. Get over to ZTPMag.com.
Nightwolf Concert Promotions proudly presents St. Patty's Day Music Showcase 2018, Saturday, March 17th at the Alrosa Villa, featuring Infidel, X Factor 1, Dread Engine, Jaw Dust, Pay the Toll, and Groot. Not only is it St. Patrick's Day, but it's Infidel's CD release show. Tickets $10 in advance, $12 at the door. Doors open at 6 p.m., all ages.
Do you need home repairs? Do you want a new style to your home but don't know where to start? Well, call Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations, and owner and founder Glenn Kimball will come out personally and give you an estimate on the job. Commercial or residential, we can do it. Kitchens, bathrooms, basements, we can do it. Drywall, paint, flooring, plumbing, we can do it. Whatever the job, big or small, we can do it. For over 35 years, Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has satisfied thousands of customers with high-quality service at reasonable rates. Please call Glenn Kimball for your free estimate at 614-206-9459. Again, that's 614-206-9459. Or email at kimball-drywall-and-paint@yahoo.com. Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has been family-owned for the past 35 years, and we now consider you part of the family too. Please call at 614-206-9459 for your free estimate now.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady. Get over to ZTPMag.com. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Sunday Morning Meltdown. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a great morning to you guys. And that was, yes, sir, that was one of your very, very old commercials. Yes, sir. I saw that you jumped in there, so I threw it on there for you real quick. Just figured you get a kick out of it, man. It's always nice to hear something from the past, right? So I figured you get a kick out of it. Hope all is well with you. Hey, if you guys have not had a chance to check out Andrew Kimball and Cryptic, they have a brand new song out, and I've been playing it on my show on Ant-Man Versus on Thursdays. Awesome, great group of guys, man. Hopefully get those guys in here in the studio real soon, and they can hang out with us. You guys can ask them all the fun questions about the new song and all the new work they've had put out there. So good morning, Renee Howell of No Mask Entertainment. Good morning, Shane. Good morning, Jason. Everybody hanging out with us, man, on Sunday Morning Meltdown. So we have the Facebook Live up, but you guys can go over to musicfamiliaproductions.com, hang out with us live in the morning show right there in the chat. Have everything right there for you. So have you guys been hanging out, man? Have you guys seen the new DiGiorno pizza? I'm a fat kid, so I have to share it. Have you guys seen the new DiGiorno pizza out there? The crispy pan pizza. It's new. It comes in a square. You guys can get it. You know, it's pretty thick, too. But, I don't know. The wife was out and about last night, and she was on her way home, and she was like, hey, she's like, what do you want for dinner? And I was like, you know, a DiGiorno commercial came on, and I don't know. I was just like, oh yeah, I gotta do it. So she brought in DiGiorno for us last night. It was great. Check out the crispy pan pizza from DiGiorno if you get a chance. Let's see here, man. So we covered a couple of things already this morning. So have you guys seen the unsolved? Or I shouldn't say unsolved, the new show on USA. I don't know if it's on yet or not, but the new show they're talking about the stars are theorizing how Tupac and Biggie got killed, and well, now they're its unsolved stars theorize why Tupac and Biggie's killers were never caught. USA's new true crime series, Unsolved, attempts to solve the decades-old murders of two of pop culture's biggest figures, Tupac and Biggie Smalls. In the process, the cast and the creators told The Hollywood Reporter at the show's Los Angeles premiere that not only did they come up with what they believe actually happened, they also have their own theories as to why those crimes were never, why they're still unsolved up to 20 years later. I think there's this presumption that, well, it can't be that satisfying of a show because it's unsolved, and I really don't think that that's the case, creator Kyle Long told THR. I really think that we lay it out there in a way it's interesting. We definitely show what conclusions some police officers came to, and the audience will have to make up their mind. Executive producer Anthony Hemingway told director who directed the majority of the 10-episode series, went into further detail. And the show's themes deal with perception and how perception challenges your best judgment, and just reminds us that we need to stop and think about our actions. By watching the show unfold, there's so much clarity that comes and new information that we just had no idea about. It'll show you the hard work that went into solving this case. You'll really get to see why it's unsolved, because we do solve it. They think they're really onto something with this. As you guys know, Tupac Shakur was shot in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas in late '96, and Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. the Notorious B.I.G., was killed in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles in early '97. Unsolved lays out several reasons why the crimes remain unsolved, how they were linked, and who could have committed them. But the actors have several of their own theories as to why the killers were never arrested. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to think about this, man, because I know as many people as I know out there, a lot of you guys are Biggie Smalls fans, Tupac fans, you know, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have your own comments into why all that happened. So I'm kind of curious to see what everybody has to say about that. So Josh Duhamel, who plays Detective Greg Kidding, the man tasked with the LAPD to solve the same crime a decade later, said he thinks that there are several reasons why the crimes are still unsolved and will remain that way. There's so much conflicting testimony, first and foremost. It would cost a tremendous amount of money. The guys who did it are dead, and just one of those things that would just take away from many resources, I think he said. It's unfortunate because I feel like these families deserve justice, but aside from some of the deathbed confession, aside from some kind of deathbed confession, I don't know if it'll ever be solved. And the fact that many of the key witnesses and suspects are not alive doesn't exactly help matters. So, I don't know. I'm curious. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Marilyn. How's it going? She
Sister Marilyn, hello.
Marilyn goes, I love Josh Duhamel. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. And let's see. Who else? Ray DeVille. What's going on, Jason? Jason says hip-hop cops. So... I mean, I've always wondered, man. Maybe it was cops who are paid to do it. Marilyn says she thinks that the case went cold. Good morning, JC, Paul, Renee, Marilyn, everybody hanging out with us. Trisha, good morning to you. Everybody hanging out with us. Sunday morning Meltdown, Photo Nation AP. Rocky X TV. For all your DIY needs, go over to Facebook. Facebook. Yeah, you can actually Facebook too. Rocky X TV on Facebook, but youtube.com/Rocky X TV. And Diwali. There we go. I said it right. Don't crucify me on my own show. Wow. So anyway, I'm curious, man. I can't wait to check out this series. I'm curious to see what the Tupac Biggie series is all about.
It's definitely going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Kimball was Andrew Kimball tuned into the show right as I was playing one of his. I saw his name pop in, so I threw one of his old commercials in real quick, and he was like, "Dude, that's so old." I was like, "All right, cool." So after the show's over, I'm gonna be like, "So send me a new one."
Right, totally. So this is totally random, and welcome to my IDD, everybody. So
your IDD, yay!
So my mom is always on Facebook because God love her, but she doesn't have much else to do. And so she tags me in things all the time, right? And so the latest tag is a pet paw washer cup. And I'm going to throw this up on the Facebook page, and I'm actually going to throw the Amazon one up because it's a lot cheaper for anybody who wants it.
No, you have to send give them the real experience.
Yeah, so basically it looks like one of those cigarette butt cups, you know, that smokers get for like their car or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks like that, except on the inside it's got little silicone like nubby bristle things, you know. And basically the idea is you stick your pet's paw in there with water in it and kind of twist it around, and it'll clean all the mud off of them, and then you can just dry them off instead of having to put them in the bathtub every time. So I figure since I have Amazon Prime, I'm going to try that shit out. Because putting a 60-pound pit bull who's afraid of bath time in the bath to wash his paws is like a whole thing. So
I don't think they make a sink big enough.
Not hardly. Not hardly. I mean, you all have seen the studio bull. He's 61.9 pounds.
Yeah, we took him to the vet the other day. Boy, that was a fucking mistake. Now I found out exactly what's wrong with him. Now I don't want him anymore. No, I'm kidding. I'll never get rid of my pit.
Yeah, so there's my ADD moment of the day. But it's actually, you know, if it works, it's pretty fucking ingenious, actually. Like, I gotta give him that. And you know, it comes fully apart so you can clean it and everything.
Yeah.
And they have two sizes. There's a small and a large.
Marilyn says Brutus will never let us do that. Yeah, there's no way. I don't care how small of a dog.
Right.
There's no way.
I mean, I figure, you know what? With Amazon Prime, I can just return it if it doesn't work out. So I'm going to get it and try it and see if it works. Because like I said, lifting that 60-pound fucker into the bathtub is a bitch.
You see somebody out there who's like, I think that'd be great for my dog. And they go to put their dog's hand in it, and the dog's like,
Right.
Like, you know, it's kind of like with my cat PK, how you're like totally.
I will not bathe your cat.
I don't bathe my cat. Now you know why.
I mean, she needs a bath.
She does.
After the construction project, that all the cats need a bath.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to get like, you know, looking like you beat the crap out of me and like tried to Freddy Krueger my ass.
When your cat is as much as your daughter, you don't want to mix words with the cat.
17-pound cat.
Yeah.
17 pounds.
It's a...
Do you realize how much cat that is, people?
I was going to go, do you know how much pussy that is? That's a lot of pussy. Like,
Talk about fists of fury.
Fists of fury. That's an understatement. So speaking of Fist of Fury, we got douchebag criminals coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, but right now we have horoscopes.
Actually, real quick before horoscopes, I have an anti-douchebag criminal story.
Oh.
Because, you know, we always have the douchebag criminals, but we never have anybody that does anything good.
For a reason.
Well, I know, but, you know.
They always get so much notoriety, and they get so much. Why do they need more?
So there's a hairdresser in New York City, and he is giving free haircuts to the homeless.
Okay, that's cool.
So he's comigating homeless one at a time.
Comigating.
Yeah.
Wow.
A London-based hairdresser who travels the world giving haircuts to the indigent hit Tompkins Square Park last week. Joshua Combers arrived on February 20th with a backpack full of scissors, electric razors, combs, hair products, and a black cape and a collar.
A black cape. He wasn't wearing it.
No.
Okay.
He spotted a group of men resting on benches, struck up a conversation with an elder chap named Morris. I just sat down next to him and said, "Hey, what's up?" said Combs, 30. Then I told him how I'm doing haircuts for free, and he wanted one right away. As Combs shaved Morris' balding head, other curious street people started lining up for trims and shaves. Ron, who grew up in Harlem and spent 10 years in prison, was Combs' most talkative client. When he got out in 2012, he didn't have any support and ended up on the streets. Combs recalled of their conversation, but we were joking about how now I was going to make him look like a Mr. Clean. Combs chiseled Ron's outgrown curls into a trendy skin fade, which keeps the sides short and the top long. Ron was ecstatic with the final result. It put a big smile on his face, said Combs. That's what happens with a haircut. It's an instant feel-good factor. The hairdresser, who would normally charge $65 for a generic haircut in his salon, says his styling spread confidence. It really helps with people's self-esteem. It helps people think, maybe I can go for that job, or maybe I can go visit my family now. Sometimes they look in the mirror and see someone they haven't recognized in years. He also believes talking with the homeless and connecting on a human level is just as important as styling their tresses. It's about creating good memories for someone and making them feel uplifted, he said. 2 years ago, Combs was working in London salon when he began questioning how he could give back to the community. That's when it hit me. This is something simple I can do for others, he said. He quit his job and hasn't looked back since. He travels to 4 continents and over a dozen cities such as Paris, Berlin, Dublin, Madrid, and Sydney. He's hit New York City 4 times. The globe-trotting stylist relies on sponsors who pay for his travel and participate in projects with them. He is currently working with the cosmetic retailer Lush. He hopes his movement will ignite others to commit small acts of kindness too by spreading the word with the hashtag do something for nothing.
Wow.
So, yeah, I thought it was a good feel-good story.
I mean, yeah, absolutely, definitely.
You know, and the douchebag criminals today are pretty douchey, so.
Hey, I want to give a huge shout-out to Jesse Howard and my man William Waldrop and Outlaw Nation out of the South. And I want to give a huge shout-out to Renee Powell, man, No Mask Entertainment as well. And also, so I want to give a huge shout-out to somebody as well. This person doesn't get I don't really give them a lot of credit all the time. And I feel like I need to, and I feel like I should. And so, you know, with that being said, Lisa Michelle Lewis, you guys find her on Facebook, Lisa Michelle Lewis. I want to give a huge shout out to you. She does a lot of hard work. She's disabled and has health issues herself. But she supports and promotes her music scene to the utmost ability that she can. And she supports the local businesses of her area and more so not just bands and people, but everybody in and around the area. So I want to give a huge shout out to you, Lisa Michelle Lewis, for doing all your hard work. Awesome. Thank you for doing what you do. And more people like you need to be shown appreciation and respect and love for what they do. So much love to you. So Siobhan,
yes,
what's those horoscopes look like today? Everybody Facebook Live and everybody hanging out with us in the musicfamiliaproductions.com chat room, you guys can post your horoscopes. Let's get it.
So today's horoscope, if it's your birthday, first and foremost, of course, happy birthday. And your horoscope. Venus and Mars, the relationship planets, are strong on your birthday this year, so affairs of the heart will be a major importance over the next 12 months. If love really does make the world go around, it won't only be your head that's spinning.
Wow.
Damn, I kind of wish my birthday was today.
Yeah, that's kind of a good one.
It's like a good omen for the next year.
Marilyn says Aries.
Aries, alrighty. The facts of a particular situation... Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. My allergies are just all kinds of fucked up with this weather. Right. Like, I woke up this morning coughing up a lung, and I haven't smoked since 2010. It's ridiculous. So Aries, so the facts of a particular situation may seem obvious, but you would still be wise to check up on them. Cosmic activity in the most deceptive area of your chart suggests the facts may not be facts at all. In fact, some are sheer fantasy.
Huh. Interesting.
So.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Damn.
I don't even know what to say
Sorry,
to that.
sis.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, like, damn. Sorry, sis. Like, that's all I can say.
Find your boyfriend and punch him in the head.
I'm like, where's Vincent? Go dick punch him and tell him the horoscope told you to.
She goes, LOL, I just did that. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, all right. So who else out there? What do we got out there? Just go down the line.
While we're waiting, Virgo, for Mr. Ant-Man over there,
Ugh.
Mercury, your ruler, will encourage you to think in ways that don't come naturally to you. Try to get past the details of whatever situation you find yourself in and steal a glimpse of the bigger picture. It's a picture that might just change your life. Hey, I think that applies to what your wife was telling me about yesterday.
That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah, I'm sure she's gonna mention it when she get home.
Pisces and Leo next.
Okay, Pisces. The definition of madness is doing the same wrong thing over and over again. So take the hint. The only way you are going to resolve a dilemma that has been giving you sleepless nights is to approach it from a completely different angle. So there you are, Pisces.
That's for Mom. Yeah, that's for Mom. And Leo's for the duck.
Yes.
And anybody who listens to the show and tries to pick on my brother, tries to call my brother Duck, that is a family name. Nobody is allowed to pick on him about that. So if I hear or see anybody busting my brother's chops about his nickname, they're going to have to talk to me. So leave it alone.
I don't even call him that.
Yeah, leave it alone.
I'm family.
It's a family name. Leave it alone. Otherwise, you're going to have more problems you want to deal with. So anyway, go ahead.
All right. So for Paul, Leo, a Mercury-Neptune union will open both your head and your heart to issues you may not have cared about in the past. You will also be able to see links that you had missed before. Look for connections, and you will surely find them.
That's a good one.
That is good.
That is good.
That's not bad.
That means when he goes frisbee golfing, he needs to focus on getting a good number and not losing the frisbee, because he owes so it's funny, like I think he's making me every summer. He's like, dude, we're gonna go frisbee golfing, and I haven't been able to go. I have an awesome bag sitting there,
right,
you know, like, and he was with me when I bought it, and I haven't had a chance to go, and I feel like such a shitty brother because I haven't been able to go. So I'm gonna have to make time for that, for sure.
You've kind of had a lot going on, though.
No, I know. I do.
And
I'm
sure that,
you know,
I'm sure that he understands.
You still feel bad, you know.
Well,
what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, I would love to go see my nieces and my nephews in Lancaster, but I'm so busy I can barely, you know.
Good morning, Tammy Anders, Joshua Allen, Krista, good morning to you. So we are doing horoscopes. Go ahead and post your birthday or your month or however you want to put it in there. Some people don't want to date themselves. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, you really just need the month and the date, or if you know your sign, your sign.
Right.
I don't need the year. You don't have to tell me how old.
See, I don't want to. My biggest thing about frisbee golfing, Siobhan, is I don't want to take the baby frisbee golfing and forget. I'll get into the throwing the frisbee. I'll be out of frisbees, and my thought is I'll grab the baby, and I'll be like, oh, it's my turn to putt, and I'll throw
weight and size and shape and feel difference there.
Yeah, but you know, I totally get excited when I go frisbee golfing. So hey, if there's anybody out there who wants to go.
Should be a good sign too.
It is, yeah. Yeah, no.
Kick the baby.
Right. Yeah. All right. So, Krista. So Pisces, because Krista missed it.
Okay.
Looks like we'll start the list. Libra.
Okay, hold on. Well, let me read the Pisces here
All right,
again
all right.
first for her. So, Pisces, the definition of madness is doing the same wrong thing over and over again. So, take the hint. The only way you are going to resolve a dilemma that has been giving you sleepless nights is to approach it from a completely different angle.
So she's passed out. Just roll it over. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Libra.
Libra. Let's see. Not everyone will be happy with what you choose to say this week, but that's okay. In fact, it's good. Too many people have been avoiding the truth of late, and it's time they were reminded of the facts of the situation. Speak up loud and clear.
Nice.
You tell them.
Hey, yo, bitch. Put some more maple syrup on my pancakes. Yeah, that's kind of me. That's totally what I would do. How about Taurus?
Taurus. Let's see here. Don't make threats unless you know you can deliver on them. If someone successfully calls your bluff this week, your reputation could quickly head south as others realize you are all talk and no action. Sometimes it's best to say nothing at all.
Wow.
So don't be a badass.
You're right, yeah. Don't start none, won't be none. Crazy.
Don't come at me, bro.
Right, don't come at me, bro. That's going to be my ringtone. Don't come at me, bro. Like, all right, so Scorpio.
All right, Scorpio. There we go. You are on top of your game at the moment, mentally and emotionally. And now a Mercury-Neptune link will help you find answers to even the most difficult of questions. Having said that, not everything in life needs to be explained.
Nice. I'll take that. I'll take that. Can we switch?
It doesn't work that way.
Good morning, Amber Quirk. How's it going? Thank you for coming and hanging out with us, man. And Justin Mend, good morning. FJ Outlaw hanging out with us on Facebook, man. Good morning, sir. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. So, wow. Our man Larry Trimmer.
Hey, sir.
Let's
I'm craving some barbecue.
We're gonna try to bring we're adding Larry on camera here on Facebook.
Well, real quick here as we're doing that,
Yeah.
For all my fellow Geminis, fame and fortune are yours for the asking. So ask away. Cosmic activity in the career area of your chart will open up new paths for you over the next few days. And if you act quickly and decisively, rewards and recognition are sure to follow.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can I trade with that person? That's the one I want to trade with. What's going on? Good morning, Steven. How's it going, man? Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. And wow, horoscopes are better this week than I think they've been in a few weeks.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Wow.
Pretty decent today.
So Larry didn't want to be on camera with me, so I'm officially butthurt and I'm offended. and we're gonna.
Nobody likes you.
Nobody likes you. Yeah. Butthole. No, I'm just kidding. This day, just to let you guys know, so this day in history, I normally do this day in music, but, so 1928, Bell Labs introduced a new device to end the fluttering of the television image. Yeah. And 1976, the U.S. Supreme Court rules that states may ban the hiring of illegal aliens. Yeah. And born today, Adele Davis. She's a nutritionist. She was born 1905. 1917, Anthony Burgess, English writer. Clockwork Orange. He's a writer for Clockwork Orange. Which everybody, if you guys have not read Clockwork Orange,
it's amazing.
Jesus, where have you been? So, what else you got, Siobhan? Anything fun? Anything else?
Let's see here. I swear to God, I closed that out like 3 times. My computer hates me today, just so everyone knows.
So I want to read this to you real quick because I know how much you're not a Vikings fan. So the Minnesota Vikings are in an unusual pickle for the team that went 13-3 and reached a conference title game a month ago. They ended the season with 3 quarterbacks who have significant value on their free agent market. Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Bradford, and Case Keenum. Keenum, the former journeyman quarterback, who made a mere $2 million in 1-year deal in 2017, is a candidate for a $23 million franchise tag for 2018. All three of the team's experienced quarterbacks are set to become free agents, although there are some questions to whether Teddy Bridgewater's contract will toll into 2018. That will depend on whether Bridgewater and the NFLPA can prove Bridgewater was medically able to be fit for that all. So if he wasn't medically fit, he's not getting paid. I'd be so pissed.
Yeah, I would be so pissed. So pissed.
Like, I don't care if I sat on a pine with purple on it. Like, I sat on a pine with purple on it. And the water boy got paid.
Right.
I better get paid. I don't care.
Yeah, that's
well beyond fold up your lips and shut up.
But it kills me because they pay these guys so much money anyway, and you can't pay the guy that didn't play.
Yeah.
He's on the team. He should get paid too.
Let's not talk about what Nick Foles' new, which is the quarterback for the Eagles who won the Super Bowl, what his new salary is for 2018. I won't tell you what that is.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? So New England Patriots, right? They got rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Jimmy Garoppolo went on to be one of the top highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. So that shows that if you just ride behind Brady for a few years, you can
get there too.
You can get there too. And you don't even have to deflate your balls to do it.
Oh, man.
Dave's going to be so mad at me when he comes back. And he's
totally.
like, dude, you had to bring up the deflated balls topic.
Totally.
Why?
I mean, if you didn't, I would have. So,
well, right.
It's okay.
Well, yeah, but you're a Pittsburgh fan. You got some adulting issues to be handled over there on your team. Like, you guys spend a lot of money for players who can't stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I personal lives
Right.
versus professional lives. Nobody should give a shit.
Yeah.
It's the same. I will use my old analogy that has been true fast for situations like this. It's the same as if Bill Clinton got his dick sucked by Monica and he wasn't the president. Nobody would give a shit. But because he was the president, everybody gave a shit.
Oh, who wrote? Oh, sis. Oh, I feel so bad because she was asking me who wrote Clockwork Orange.
Oh.
I can't remember his. I already changed my screen. Go ahead and find it. Throw it in there. Good morning, Dave Mosley and Rich Regal, waking up with us on Sunday Morning Meltdown. Mr. Rich Regal owns an awesome
Anthony Burgess. English writer Anthony Burgess.
Aha. There you go.
I couldn't remember his last name.
There you go, Maryland Anthony Burgess. And Rich Regal owns an awesome tattoo shop right down yonder in Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
Get your ass down there. Get yourself some ink by the man, Rich Regal.
So we were talking the other day because we have our business plan for our phones, right? And we're at the end of our lease. So they found that fewer people are actually upgrading their cell phones.
Yeah, dude, because they're $1,000 fucking dollars.
So
pardon my language. Sorry.
It seems global consumers are wising up when it comes to upgrading smartphones. Smartphone makers saw the first quarterly decline in the last 3 months of 2017 compared with earlier figures. Global smartphone shipments declined by 9% from 438.7 million units in quarter 4 2016 to 400.2 million in quarter 4 of 2017. It was the biggest annual fall in smartphone history, according to Linda Su, Director and Research Strategy Analytics. Last year's holiday shopping quarter saw Apple offer 2 new models, iPhone 8 and the iPhone X. But the company could not increase sales.
Wow.
In the fourth quarter of 2017, Apple sales were down 1% compared with the same period of 2016, Sue said. She added that the reasons for the decline were longer replacement waits, fewer operator subsidies, and a general lack of wow models.
Huh.
Su said a big part of the fall off was due to a collapse in the huge China market. There, she added, demand fell by 16% last year. Industry observers have noted that in recent years, the pace of global growth has been slowing. They cite maturing markets and consumers becoming less inclined to chuck their old phones in favor of pricey new ones. The pool of first-time smartphone buyers in the U.S., Europe, and China is shrinking rapidly, and sales are now primarily from upgrades, according to a recent report by Business Insider. There has not been a feature that has caught the imagination of the public yet and given them a reason to upgrade, said John Osu, editor of SaveOnPhone.com.
Wow.
Yeah. He warned that cell phone providers are addicted to a year replacement cycle, but cell phone consumers increasingly are not. Old Shu has said Apple is feeling the pressure of declined sales. He said sales of its iPhone 10 have been disappointing.
See, you know, the biggest thing, good morning, Dad. What's going on? Dad's joining us. Mr. Papa Fortner himself.
Well, furthermore, he says, I think they will try to drop the price below $1,000 again, he predicted.
Yeah,
These sluggish iPhone sales have been a part of a trend, said Neil Motson, executive director of strategy analytics. Global iPhone volumes have actually declined on an annual basis for 5 of the past 7 quarters. If Apple wants to expand shipment volumes in the future, it will need to launch a new wave of cheaper iPhones and start to push down, not up, the pricing curve. Old Shoe speculated that later this year, Apple and others will give incentives to consumers to purchase new models by offering to buy back their old models when they do. Besides Apple's slowing sales, Malston said that the cell phone industry leader Samsung also faces challenges. Samsung is under pressure from Chinese rivals in some major markets like China and India, Maston says. He added that Samsung continues as the top player in the global cell phone competition. It remains by far the largest smartphone brand on a global basis, shipping an unmatched 317.5 million units in full year of 2017.
You know, you think about it, Siobhan, like, you think about just like you and I buying a phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you think about, like, if we were to go buy, good morning, Mama Cam.
Hi, Mama.
Good morning, John. Good morning, FJ. Good morning, everybody hanging out with us. Morning, Sunday morning meltdown. So we're talking about cell phones right now, and we're talking about cell phone sales. And
I love how you always cut me off and don't let me finish my stories.
No. I just want to ask you, like, the last time you checked, the iPhone X was $1,000.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's still $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty sure.
That's all I wanted to ask you.
Yeah. It's they haven't dropped the price yet.
didn't think
it's
so.
too new. It's only been out for what, like 6 months, maybe, if that. Not even that.
Know.
So yeah. Despite the strengths of the biggest cell phone sellers, the lousy fourth quarter sales worsened what had been a so-so year in the global marketing or global smartphone sales. In 2017, global smartphone shipments rose by 1%, Strategy Analytics said. It noted that last year, smartphone sales topped 1.5 billion units for the first time. But although overall sales were up for the year, they were up by only 1.3%. Neither Apple nor Samsung, 2 of the biggest players, responded to requests for comments.
Of course. Like, so let me ask you this. All right, so I have I have iPhone, and it was only because I made the switch from Android to iPhone only for organizational purposes, because I felt that, you know, the iPhone was a lot more organizationally sound compared to the
It's more professional.
Android. Right, that's kind of what I was going for.
The programming is definitely more professional.
I'll say the only thing that I wish I would have done was maybe have held out a little longer for the Plus, because I want the bigger screen. That's it.
But that's why you have an iPad.
Well, yeah, no, because the iPad does not have the same features as the phone.
Right, and that's the debate that everybody has with Apple, is why doesn't the iPad have the same features as the iPhone?
Do you know what it would take to make the iPad like the phone, though?
Oh, yeah. Well, it would be
more money than what it is.
That's the answer to that question, because one is a tablet device and one is a phone device, and they're very different entities.
But
everybody has this misconception that they should be able to be the same.
Cam says bigger screen won't fit in the pocket though.
Mm-hmm. This is true. And what most people don't realize, it's really not that much bigger.
It's really not. No, it's not.
It doesn't actually make that much of a difference. It's literally if you set the regular on top of the plus,
right,
you don't even have an inch of extra screen.
Yeah.
Anywhere, no matter how you do it.
Basically, I think what it comes down to is software. They put different pieces of software in each different phone to make each phone different, whatever. They just need to sit down, find what somebody needs or exactly what they need, and put it into one phone and just keep that phone up to date or keep that phone up to
But then they don't
par.
then they don't make more money.
But they're not making money now. They're losing money, if I'm not mistaken,
I
in
mean,
your report.
Yeah, but you know.
So I mean, the biggest debate is you're looking at Apple and saying, well, you have no reason to make $1 billion in phones this year. Apple would be like, well, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
I don't know what else we're supposed to do.
Well, and I mean, there's definitely like a collaboration between the phone companies and the cell phone providers because it's, you know, now you can do the lease thing where after 13 months you can get a new phone instead of waiting for 2 years in your contract.
Larry Trimmer brings up a good, he goes, I can barely use my Droid.
Right.
I'm like, you know, what they're doing is they're pushing out, like, a lot of the, and forgive me, I sincerely apologize to all the older people of my, like, older than me. But my thing is if you're going to try to get them to buy into it, make it their level.
Right.
You can't expect that.
No, it's totally true. So my aunt is the same way. Like, she and I have this conversation all the time about phones because she's like, I don't need it to do anything other than call and text and give me voicemails. She's like, that's why I have an iPad.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need my phone to do all of this other shit. And so she literally, like, and she's so pissed about it. It's hilarious. She's so pissed. So for the longest time, she had a flip phone. And then she couldn't use the flip phone anymore because Sprint updated and they didn't work. So she had to get one of the flip-ups, you know, where you slide
and Gibbs
it.
from NCIS, they'd get along great.
Yeah, totally. He reminds me of her because she's a retired cop and everything. And so she had the slide up, you know, the Sidekick or whatever it was called, where it's got the keyboard. So that broke, and she got another one on Amazon or eBay or whatever. And then they updated again the network, so now that one didn't work. And so she was forced into getting a smartphone, right?
We're not going to update your shit no more.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. So she was forced into a smartphone. So she has a smartphone now. And, of course, it's got the touchscreen and everything.
Right.
And she absolutely hates it. It's a Google phone at that. So she's like, I need you to show me how to do this. And I'm like, I don't even know how to do this. I've had an Apple for like 6 years now.
Right. It's like you're taking yourself
like taking
back.
a whole back, yeah.
Like, oh, damn.
But it's so funny because like she calls me and it's not even pocket dial. I call it hand dialing because she'll have the phone in her hand like this, and then she won't like lock the screen because she's not used to having to. So she hits it, and I'm the last call she made.
Man.
So she like randomly calls me and my cousin 12 times a week. Yeah. But again, it's that whole, she doesn't care about any of these features and she just wants to make phone calls, and that's pretty much it because she has a laptop and an iPad, and those are where she does the additional things. So yeah.
Good morning, Susan Fortner. My mom's
Hi,
hanging
Mama.
out. Good morning, Mama. How are you? And good morning, James J. And everybody hanging out with us, man. I'm trying to get Mr. Larry Trimmer on the Facebook Live, but his Android device is not cooperating.
Should have bought an iPhone.
Is he there? Let me.
Hey.
Hey. What's going on, Larry?
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
I ain't worth a shit until I get coffee and cigarettes, and I didn't have either this morning.
What? right, we're gonna move this here real quick. Hold on. All right, brother, you're good. All right.
Good. I'm not worth a damn until I get coffee and cigarettes at me.
So you're hanging out with us. Good morning, Larry. So you wanted to jump on here real quick, man, and talk about Lynette's Country Barbecue. What do you got going on over there, man?
I sent you some pictures last night. I take it you got them?
I did, yeah. That's looking really awesome, man. I'm surprised at how much you guys have done over there so far.
I got some big things in store for the year. New menu items that's going to allow us to hold more food and different items at one time.
Nice.
So, like, what are we talking? Like, new menu items, what are we talking?
New side dishes. Like, possibly a mac and cheese. Maybe soup beans and smoked soup beans and cornbread. Instead of having ham in it, it's going to have pulled pork.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, we still got Lynette's...
I got the bellies of the black kid.
I'm starting to rub my belly over
I know,
here.
right?
I'm like, arr. So everybody in the Facebook, everybody in the Facebook Live right now is like, so when is he coming through?
Right, totally, totally.
So you're actually, go ahead.
We're also trying to get the fire truck done too.
Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Yeah, what's going on with the truck, Larry? I want to talk to you.
Well, let me figure out how the hell to reverse this camera, and I don't think I can I?
You probably can on your end, yeah. It'll be in the top corner, probably. So everybody.
Let me walk out to the fire truck.
All right, everybody that's on Facebook Live, you guys are gonna be able to get a behind-the-look scenes on what we've been doing here. So, as Larry's doing that here, Siobhan, you want to do love news?
Yeah, we can. It's a short one today, and it's a little different.
Hey, man.
Yes.
It's like this. This fire truck is becoming a real passion of mine as far as helping families and doing charity fundraisers. And you know, like I found out through the course of the past week, a good friend of mine had passed away. Young guy, had a heart attack. And this is a reason we could really use this truck together. The man he would have give you the shirt off his back, but he don't have the money to bury himself. This is one of the true reasons I really, really need to get this truck done so I can do different events. I have vendors waiting to donate stuff to you to be able to cook on this truck, sell for 100% profit, and donate back to whatever charity we have going on or whatever fundraiser we have going on at the time.
That's amazing.
I want to give a huge shout out to Kaylin right now and Seven. He's hanging out with us in the chat room, man. Good morning, Seven and Kaylin and everybody hanging out with us. Thank you guys for joining us on Sunday Morning Meltdown. So Larry, when are you hoping to put the truck out so everybody can see it?
We would like to honestly have it out by the end of May.
Wow. And what all do you have left to do on the truck?
Well, I will show you the fire truck.
Oh, wow. Hey,
this is it, live, on hand. It is a 1963 cab over fire truck.
Facebook Live.
We just recently put $1,000 in batteries in it in the fall. This whole project at this point has been out of my pocket.
Wow.
Where you see the silver backplate, above the license plate and where the license plate is, that's all coming out of there, and that's going to be our kitchen for the truck. We've got vendors waiting to donate food product to be able to sell, like I said, so we could donate 100%
back to whatever event we're using as a fundraiser.
Wow. That's serious.
I've got. I mean, this truck is all original, and it's one hell of a fun thing to drive too. Let me tell
Oh,
you.
I bet.
Yeah, dude, I can only imagine, man.
I mean, it is all original. This truck here was actually built for a Zanesville Fire Department that is local to us.
Wow, man. So, good morning, Mike Moore, and
And here, I got a better one for you too.
oh shit.
Nice.
Oh shit.
I know you heard that.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody heard that. That's awesome, man. That's really awesome. So, give them some.
I am the pride of my neighborhood.
So give them some information on where they can contribute, or they can do their part.
I'll give you my address to send donations to.
Okay.
And we have also decided too that if we've got like sponsors that are willing to make larger donations, we'll put a gold plaque on the truck or some sort of plaque thanking them for their donation. And we'll also do larger plaques for somebody who wants to make a recurring donation.
Wow. Well, there you go, folks. That's pretty awesome, man.
We tried the GoFundMe page. The GoFundMe page was a flop. You know,
That's
I
okay.
see
They
people
take a
on
bunch
GoFundMe
anyway.
that- We need to have a discussion about GoFundMe, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're totally a ripoff.
Well,
But yeah, you look on there and some chick gets a tattoo on her forehead when she is 18 years old. She absolutely hates now. And she raises $10,000, $20,000 to remove this tattoo. But yeah, we can't even raise, $5,000 or $10,000 to be able to do, a simple fundraiser for this for a good reason.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna.
For instance, like yourself. How many viewers do you have approximately?
So any given time, probably 1,000 to 5,000 a show, give or take ish. Like, and that's not just from like the channel, but like the website, like from everything total, between 1,000, 5,000 views, depending.
Okay, let's put it in regular terms. If you got 5,000 viewers and each person donated $5, how much would that be?
Right. Yeah. I'm with you.
Even if 5,000 viewers with $2,000 or $2 a piece, that would be $10,000. That would be enough to get this charity up and off the ground and rolling.
That's true.
Full force.
That's true, man. Yeah, absolutely. So, what I encourage everybody to do, man, I'll stand behind it, and I'll get some of my music familia, see what they have to say about it. We'll start a campaign. We'll get together. Me and you and Siobhan will get together this week or today, and we'll talk some more about what we can do to do our part, man. I've been pushing you for a long time, so
Well, if you guys want a sneak peek of the barbecue truck on another note, I'll give you a sneak peek of it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like we're gonna say no.
I mean, right. I mean, you ain't gotta twist our arm or anything. All right, Larry. Well,
I had to make sure my coffee was involved.
well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's actually my family.
Right now, 'cause it's under rehab.
Yeah, you took the lockers out that were in the back, right? Oh shit.
Yeah, see, the lockers are all gone.
Wow.
We got new diamond plate on the ceiling and walls.
Very nice.
New lockable cabinets.
Very nice.
We've got new sinks that'll be here Wednesday. And right here behind the seat The passenger seat, remember that was all sinks through there?
Yeah.
That is going to be a stand-up warmer that we are able to do to basically hold more foods and more side items.
Nice.
Wow.
Looks very, very good. Very professional.
You know, I've got a lot of high-end musicians coming onto this truck. Sometimes they want food, sometimes they just want to bullshit and be away from the reality of the road. You know, the groupies. I want them to come in the truck and feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
If you guys have ever noticed when I'm at a high-end show, I'm not saying they're not all high-end, but with a national act, I kind of keep people away from the truck while I have these artists on the truck so they can relax and not be photoshopped by all the groupies out there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, they're human. They need to sit down and come to reality and get away from all the, you know, flashing lights of the camera.
Well, I shouldn't have to put my nachos down to sign a damn autograph. If I need a couple minutes, I need a couple minutes to eat. I want to be a fat kid too. In between my set, you can wait in line after the show like everybody else and get an autograph. You ain't gotta fuck with me while I'm trying to eat my food. You know?
Yeah, but usually at the end of the show is when they come out to the truck.
Right, exactly. But I mean, you know, you wait for the meet and greet at the end of the show, you know, or the signing at the end, and just wait in line to get your autograph. Don't follow me out to the truck thinking I'm gonna stop in the middle of my food to take it. Be nice. Like, I don't know. Like, if anybody who knows Upchurch, you don't stop him in the middle of him feeding his face to get an autograph.
Right.
Right.
So.
And I don't do that, but you know, if you ever notice, like at several events that I'm at, whether it be the Outroast, the Muddy Creek, or you know, even private events, I'm usually the last one to leave at the end of the event because I want to make sure the artists have what they need for the road.
Right.
Usually it's munchy food at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Whatever gets me to breakfast, like whatever I need. Yeah, exactly. You know, so. Right on. Well, thank you, Larry, man, for hanging out with us.
Things in store, and we'll sit down later on and chat.
Yeah, man. So yeah, send me your address. We'll get you promoted out there. We'll get you. We'll get together. Me and Siobhan will put our heads together and see what we can do, and we'll be in touch with you, man. Plus, we'll see you for the baby's birthday party.
And on another note, just to make this very well known to you and all your viewers, that everything that we take in on donation will be fully accounted for and provided to you up on request. What the money's spent for and how it's used.
That's important, man. That's really important.
Right.
So we'll make sure we'll get something. We'll get a good campaign together, dude, and we'll make it happen for you.
That would be awesome.
All right, sir. Well, thank you for doing what you do, man, and it's always a pleasure, dude. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to be stopping over to check out your page and stuff like that. So make sure you got all your info together, and we'll get you out there, man. I promise. I'll do my best. I'll do what I can do.
You guys do a hell of a job.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. You have a wonderful day, buddy.
You too.
All right, guys, hanging out live, Sunday Morning Meltdown. I want to give everybody a huge shout out. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Amy Beth. Thank you, Seven, and everybody that's been in the chat room with us, man. Bill Gillian, hanging out with us live this morning. Thank you guys so much for doing what you guys do and supporting us. I want to give a huge shout out to Photo Nation, AP, Rocky X TV, and FetishCartel.net. Siobhan.
Yes.
Love news.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, won't play.
You broke it. How dare you? What good are you if you break things?
Yeah, right?
Stop manning.
Yes. Bow, chicka, wah, wah.
Oh, yeah. It's time for Love News with Siobhan.
Spankity spank spank.
No.
Spiggity spank spank.
No. So, like I was saying earlier, we have a little bit of a different type of story for Love News today.
Yeah.
I saw the headline on this and I couldn't pass it up for Love News.
Oh boy.
So Winston Churchill cheated on his wife, according to a report.
That bastard.
So it was probably his darkest hour. Winston Churchill. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't pass it up. So Winston Churchill, the revered British Prime Minister who led his country in victory in World War II, was outed on Saturday as a cheating husband. The Sunday Times of London reported that his gal pal was Doris Caltros, the promiscuous great aunt of model and actress Cara Delevingne. Wow. Yeah. No, that was totally my vision.
Hey, so Donald Wolfie chimed in the last minute real quick. Donald Wolfie goes, get her done, and where are we putting the fireball at?
Right. The startling news came from the Churchill's aide, John Jacques Colville. 2 years before he died in 1987, Colville recorded his memories for the Churchill archive, but no one listened to all of it until now.
What? So somebody just was like...
Somebody was like, I think I'm going to listen to this.
Yeah, the whole way through.
Pretty much.
Oh, my God.
So he was not highly sexed, and I don't think he ever slipped up except the once. He had a brief affair with Doris Caltros. He added Churchill spent time with Caltros at the house of a famous American actress in France when he certainly had an affair. The actress was Maxine Elliott. Letters from Churchill to Caltros include one from 1933 when he wrote, "What fun we had at Maxine's. I wonder, shall we meet again next summer?"
Oh, God.
The affair lasted from 1933 to 1937. The story does not say whether Churchill's wife, Clementine, ever found out about the liaison. Churchill's secret affair will be shown next Sunday on British TV and show 3 portraits of Churchill that he painted of his lover, including one of her stretching out on a chase lounge. So totally like Titanic style.
Yeah.
Except probably not naked.
No. And it's probably not Leonardo DiCaprio doing the painting.
No, it was Churchill.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
So just in case you thought, he was this great saint, not so much. They're all pigs.
Wow. Way to go,
Even
Siobhan.
if you think they're not, they're all pigs.
I want to give a huge shout out to John, Lisa, Angela, my man Big Rob, John Rehart, Mr. Riri himself, and Melanie as well. All these guys and girls have birthdays today, and I'm going to be really nice and not put out their actual birthday numbers out there. So, yeah. My man John, he'd be so mad at me, but he gives me crap all the time, so I gotta give him love back. So he's 65 today. So if you see, if you see John running around today, make sure you pat him on the back and tell him Ant-Man said happy birthday, you old bastard. I love you, man. So Siobhan, what else you got for him today?
Well, I've got douchebag criminals, and that's pretty much all I got left.
Yay!
So I guess if we want, we only got about 12 minutes left.
Yeah, we can go
ahead and go into douchebag criminals.
Well, we can. I gotta do this promo for St. Patty's Day.
Go. Perfect.
Yeah, I gotta do this promo for St. Patty's Day because there is going to be a leprechaun at this event.
Yes, sir.
And I know this leprechaun, and he's fucking excited. He's going all out for this. And Ricky Wolf messaged me and was like, "Do you have any pictures of this said leprechaun?" Yeah, because
no, he's in hiding until the
well,
show.
he says it would be good promo for us.
It's true, but
it would give too much away.
It would, and not only that,
because then people would be going through photos trying to match the photos.
Right.
He was like, "Well, just send a leg or send like an arm," and I was like, "Dude, people
send the good leg.
People, yeah, make sure you send the picture of the good leg." Like, Let me make sure I shave the hair properly.
Hike the pants leg a little bit, you know.
Matthew, Mr. Mailman Mangieri, he goes, "Is it Hornswoggle?" No, it's not.
He requires too much in royalties.
Yeah, he asked for too many Lucky Charms, little bastard. He wanted too many boxes of Lucky Charms.
And green beer to go with it.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, there's not a green beer tab for the evening. Ugh. No, he's going to be here in Columbus, though. Hornswoggle's going to be here in Columbus.
Oh, is he going to be at the Fast Lane?
No. He's doing comedy now.
Oh, shit.
I
mean, he is a funny little guy.
He's a funny little fucker. I tagged your mom in it, hoping that she can get a chance to see it.
We'll have to see about going to see that.
Yeah, we should take Maze, because I think Maze could beat him up.
You know, she'd probably find it humor, even though, like, she
You're
wouldn't
the same
know,
size as
you know,
me.
even though she wouldn't know what he's saying or doing. I think she would find humor in just the way that he looks.
Yeah, I think so. I think it would be great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways.
All right, so we're gonna, let's see here. I'm gonna do something for you here. We're gonna check out this promo real quick. See what this has to. Yeah, so Ricky Wolf doesn't get sound. So we'll do the backup.
Nightwolf Concert Promotions proudly presents St. Patty's Day Music Showcase 2018, Saturday, March 17th at the Alrosa Villa, featuring
Infidel, X Factor 1, Dread Engine, Jewel Dust, Pay the Toll, and Groot.
Not only is it St. Patrick's Day, but it's Infidel's CD release show. Tickets $10 in advance, $12 at the door. Doors open at 6 p.m., all ages.
Do you need home repairs? Do you want a new style to your home but don't know where to start? Well, call Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations, and owner and founder Glenn Kimball will come out personally and give you an estimate on the job. Commercial or residential, we can do it. Kitchens, bathrooms, basements, we can do it. Drywall, paint, flooring, plumbing, we can do it. Whatever the job, big or small, we can do it. For over 35 years, Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has satisfied thousands of customers with high-quality service at reasonable rates. Please call Glenn Kimball for your free estimate at 614-206-9459. Again, that's 614-206-9459. Or email at kimbaldrywalandpaint@yahoo.com. Kimball Home Repairs and Renovations has been family-owned for the past 35 years. And we now consider you part of the family too. Please call at 614-206-9459 for your free estimate now.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
ZTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady. Get over to ZTPMag.com.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
Good morning. Welcome back to the show. Jesus.
Oh, God, it fucking hurts.
What?
God, it fucking hurts.
It makes it sound like I'm like beating you during the show. Like I'm like
just so everybody's clear, the dog, the studio bull, pooped during one of the segments, and so we had to clean it up, and I took the bag upstairs
Thanks for
and
sharing.
tossed it outside, and when I did so, I slammed, or not even slammed, I shut my finger in the door, the storm door, and holy fuck, it hurts. Like, I can't feel my finger.
Such a wuss.
Dude, are you kidding me? I have a blood blister.
Yeah, you do already underneath your nail. You do.
Like, like it was instantaneous as soon as it happened. Blood blister. I was like, oh,
You
this
guys-
is going to suck.
If you guys are at musicfamiliaproductions.com in our live chat room on the website, you guys can see how bad Siobhan's hand is. It's pretty nasty.
It's
gonna be
gonna,
nasty.
It like feels like it's on fire right now. It's really not pleasant.
I want to give a huge shout out to Ian Sean King. Good morning. Sean Owen joining us. Good morning. Mr. Matthew Mangieri hanging out with us all the way from New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Staying nice and cold over all the way that far over. Fun stuff over there. So, Siobhan, it's almost closing time.
Yes.
Almost. Is there anything that we have left you want to put out there?
Not that I can think of other than douchebag criminals. I think that's pretty much it.
All right, so we're going to go ahead, and you go ahead with your douchebag criminal, and then I have one. I bet you mine's funnier.
Well, I actually have two, so
All right,
I'll go,
cool.
you go,
I'll
and then
I'll give
yeah.
you. I'll just take the third. I'll just take the third one. So go ahead.
All right.
Go
Well,
ahead.
fine.
Fine.
So the first douchebag criminal we have is an ex who launched a campaign to ruin his or her former ex. So a Brooklyn man, angry over a breakup, went on a scorched earth campaign against his ex, painting her as a cocaine-using, pot-smoking cheater and stalked her online, she claims in a lawsuit.
You whore!
Marketing exec Catherine Cosmides dated Derek Sign for 14 months, but broke up with him last year because of his overbearing, controlling, and abusive behavior, she said in a Manhattan Supreme Court papers. Sign launched a torrent of abuse when the relationship ended, Cosmides claims. Just a week after their May split, since Sign allegedly emailed her bosses to tell them Cosmides cheated on him with her coworkers, a charge she very clearly denies. Scene even sent messages to Homicide's mother saying that when he met the 25-year-old, she was going out every night and doing cocaine among
That's
several
dirty.
other drugs.
That's
the
dirty.
lawsuit says. The nasty notes claimed Homicides was a rape victim who was abused as a child and couldn't function without smoking pot. Sign identifies Homicides and her employers by name and posts on sites like cheaterreports.com, liarsandcheaters.com. Homicides has filed a police report against Sign for his campaign of slander and is seeking unspecified damages. Sign could not be reached.
Wow.
Yeah. Talk about being a douche.
That's... You know,
if you acted like that during the relationship, no wonder she left your ass.
I was kind of leaning towards that myself.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And if you weren't that bad during the relationship and this is the after, god damn, I'm glad she got away from you.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. And our next douchebag criminal, a woman was stabbed to death with a hunting knife in a public library.
Damn.
Yeah.
Be quiet. Just die quietly.
Right.
Wow.
So, Winchester, Massachusetts, a man attacked a woman from behind at a public library near Boston on Saturday and stabbed her repeatedly with a hunting knife, killing her and injuring an elderly man who came to her aid, authorities said. Middlesex District Attorney Marion Ryan said that the 22-year-old woman was studying or doing work at a table in the Winchester Public Library's reading room when 23-year-old Jeffrey Yeo attacked her with a 10-inch knife.
Jesus.
The woman suffered numerous slash and stab wounds to her head and upper torso, Ryan said. Ryan said that the woman staggered toward the door and several people tried to help her, including a 77-year-old man who was also stabbed. The man who was stabbed in his arm is expected to survive, Ryan said. The district attorney said authorities are working to determine a possible motive and whether Yeo and the woman knew each other. Ryan said Yeo was known to the police but declined to elaborate.
No comment.
Yeah. Yeo is charged with murder and assault assault with intent to murder and is being held without bail until he appears in court Monday. A phone number for him could not be found, and it was not immediately clear whether he had an attorney. Ryan said the woman's identity is being withheld pending notification of next of kin. Russ Ganza told the Boston Globe that he was walking by around 11 a.m. when he saw a woman being taken out of the library on a stretcher. Gans said the woman, who was upright and conscious, appeared to have injuries to her shoulder. I thought somebody fell down the stairs, he told the newspaper.
Good God. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it does have a picture of Yale.
Yeah.
So I will throw that up on the Facebook page, obviously, Siobhan MFP on Facebook. And I don't know. I'm looking, just looking at the picture makes me uncomfortable, honestly. He just looks disturbed.
Yeah. There's just some people, when you look at them.
He really just has that disturbed look. You're like, your childhood was not good to you.
There's people I don't know. When I go to the grocery store, when I go out in public, when I go out, there are people that just don't look okay. That, from the first moment you look at it, you're like, yep, not okay.
Right.
I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna, and I'm serious. If there's ever a moment when you're at the grocery store or you're somewhere and you get that kind of a feeling, listen to it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Just walk away.
Trust your gut.
Do whatever you need to do.
Your gut will never lead you wrong unless it's telling you to be a fat kid.
Yeah. Well, I have that battle daily. So you even made light of it the other day. It was like, you really are. No.
It's because you are.
No. Anyway, so... Are you done with your douchebag criminals?
I am. That was my second one, and yeah.
Mine's funny. You ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Texas woman defecates in her pants to hide drugs during an arrest.
What?
Yeah. So the new thing is when you get busted with drugs,
just shit your pants.
Just shit your pants, and maybe he won't. Maybe if it's rank or runny enough, he won't grab. They always grab, so you know.
That's why they have gloves.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Well, Carl, you've been on shift less time than me. You're up. So Corsicana, Texas. Police say a Texas woman attempted to hide evidence during an arrest by defecating in her pants and using the feces to conceal the drugs. I didn't know that was a charge. Officers in Corsicana, about 55 miles south of Dallas, were investigating a report of a theft at a grocery store on Wednesday when they attempted to subdue a female suspect and take her into custody. Police say they said that Shannon Martin, in the back of their police cruiser, where they say... placed Shannon Martin in the back of their cruiser when they say that she intentionally defecated in her pants to hide the crack pipe and the 2.3 grams of crack cocaine on her Valentine's Day card in her excrement. Yes. So
wait, the drugs were in a Valentine's Day card?
Yes, the drugs.
Oh, that's even better.
The drugs were in a Valentine's Day card.
Happy Valentine's Day, honey. I love you. Get high.
Yeah, here's some crack so you can forget about me. Officers had to sift through the woman's feces to retrieve the evidence after Martin was booked on charges of tampering with evidence and possession of controlled substance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and so this other douche, I brought this up. I want to bring this up to close the show, Siobhan, because this guy, you know who Chevy Chase is, right? One of the most funny comics.
Yeah.
Man says he kicked Chevy Chase in self-defense. So, in South Nyack, New York, a New York man says he kicked Chevy Chase in self-defense after the comedian climbed into a vehicle and tried to punch him during a profanity-laced traffic dispute. Chase told police that he was cut off by another driver on February 9th, thinking his car might be damaged. He followed the car across the government Mario M. Como Bridge. And if you've seen the Governor Mario M. Como Bridge, there's not a lot of spots to stop anybody. You have to really just follow them until the end,
right?
And then get whatever you need to get. So he follows the driver, and both drivers pull over on the south in South Nyack. Well, the truck passenger Michael Landrio tells the New York Post that the former Saturday Night Live star got into their vehicle and tried to punch him. Landrio says that's when he kicked Chevy, sending him flying. A spokeswoman for Chase says the actor didn't get into the vehicle and didn't try to attack Landrio. Landrio was charged with harassment, and Chase was not charged. So,
wow.
Like, trying to beat up on old Chevy Chase, you jerk.
Wow.
Anyway, so if you guys are out and about, man, check out some awesome, great shows this weekend. My boys from Cryptic released their new song 10 Years From Now. You can check that out on Ant-Man Versus this week. If you have any new stuff coming out, if you know any bands, new music, new artists, you guys can send them our way. Siobhan MFP at musicfamiliaproductions.com, AntmanVS at musicfamiliaproductions.com. I want to give a huge shout out to Photo Nation AP, Dave Sheets, for making all our logos look sexy. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And if you guys send Dave a message and tell him that you heard about him on Ant-Man Versus, he will definitely take care of you. Use hashtag AntmanVS, I guess, or hashtag Siobhan now,
right?
To be able to pick up your first, I believe you said 5 to 10% off of your first design, which is a pretty good deal.
That is.
So
absolutely.
Right. So I want to make sure everybody checks out Cryptic as well. Their new song, 10 Years From Now, is going to be out. Make sure you guys, I said that already, but I want to make sure I reiterate that. Check it out. Shout out to Marilyn, Andrew Kimball, Matthew Mangieri, everybody hanging out with us this morning, Amy Beth. Thank you guys for joining us for Sunday Morning Meltdown. Every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., and catch us every Thursday, Ant-Man Versus, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes, sir.
All right, Siobhan, have a great week.
You too.
What are you doing this week? Anything fun?
No, I have office type things to deal with, and for the website, and then of course I work, and I have home stuff to take care of because when you're a homeowner, it's never ending.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next Sunday. We'll vent about that next Sunday. I think it'll be fun to talk about that.
I want to go unload a whole magazine into a watermelon,
right?
And then do it over 10 times at least.
Oh. All right, guys. Have a great week. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.